welcome to the IHN show, episode 35. You took too long. You would have got a free dinger on that one.
Crap, I missed it. I forgot what it was. Well, mofo.
I think it was funny how last time you were on record pace for dingers, and then you stopped.
Tanked.
Yeah. It's like you either do really good at the beginning and stop and don't get a lot then, or you get a few in the beginning and then you kick ass at the end. It's just like, how does that make, I don't know.
Yeah.
You have an hour to do it, and you do all your work in the last 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Or you do it in the first 10 minutes. So, any good stories?
From a couple days ago, not a dang thing.
All right, and out to all you deer hunters out in Michigan, happy Deer Hunting Day. I know it's a deer late, but gun season is open as of yesterday when this is uploaded.
Yep.
So, Bambi, you are in the crosshairs, man. Oh, come on, that was a good one. Pretty much.
Bambi is right about now.
All right. Time to play Who Had That Track? I have no clue. All right.
I don't either.
Okay. I am a half-mile dirt oval.
Half-mile dirt oval. Mm-hmm. I have my first guess. Mm-hmm. Is it Eldora?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
That didn't take long.
I didn't think it would either.
Okay, now
right,
that...
Just because of that, I'm going to choose another dirt oval.
No! Crap.
I hope you know your sprint cars.
Oh. What are sprint cars? No.
Alright, anyways, you were saying?
I do not know my sprint cars, and Eldora is the only dirt track I know besides Berlin.
Well, if you know your sprint cars, you might get this one. So, I am also a half-mile dirt oval.
Is it also Eldora? No.
That is incorrect.
I used to say. Next hint.
It is very famous for sprint cars.
Well, duh.
Very. Hey, look at me.
Yeah.
Very famous for sprint cars.
Yeah.
Like, it's big.
Stupid.
It's called the... If I say what it's called, I give it away. It's called the Blank Nationals.
Blank Nationals. Great.
This track is in Iowa. At the Marion County Fairgrounds. Dubbed the sprint car capital of the world.
Great.
I believe across the street from where the racetrack is, it is the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn.
I have absolutely no clue.
It was built originally as a horse racing track in the 1800s.
Oh, wow.
And it also has weekly Saturday night shows.
Nice, and it's in Iowa.
In Iowa. The first weekly races were held in 1954.
Holy sheep. Back in the Stone Age.
Which is when Eldora actually opened. We got a minute left.
Nice. I have no clue.
Yes, it is. The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame is located just outside Turn 2 of Side Raceway.
Oh, nice. No clue.
That's unfortunate. Capacity is 24,000.
Holy smokes. Half-mile dirt oval?
Yep.
Great.
And I'll tell you why it is a capacity of 24,000. because the famous Knoxville Nationals happen at Knoxville Raceway in Knoxville, Iowa.
Oh.
The very, very famous Knoxville Nationals at the Knoxville Raceway in Knoxville, Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Not Knoxville, Tennessee.
All right, so
or Knoxville, Kentucky.
Yeah, I've heard of Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah. When I first heard of Knoxville Nationals, I was like, oh, it's in Tennessee. And then I was like, and then I heard it was in Iowa. I was like, what?
What? There's two?
There's two?
But there's three with Kentucky? Three? You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, pretty much. So, have you heard of the Knoxville Nationals?
No, I don't think so.
You might have seen the commercial for it. They usually run it more. They run more commercials than NASCAR does. So, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot too.
Yeah.
So, okay, got anything to add there, Scooter?
Not a dang thing.
All right, IndyCar it is then. All right, this is gonna be really quick, but I wanted to add my neck cracking. IndyCar has some interest. In fact, the governing body is going to visit Australia amid interest in the series' return to Australia. Let's see what that says. I don't remember the last time they were in Australia. I'm sure this article will say. Let's see what it says. The kart IndyCar series, kart championship auto or champions auto racing teams. I think that's what it is. Championship auto racing teams or something like that. Raced there in 1991 and was active through 2017 with Champ Car. I'm sorry, 2007 with Champ Car. And in 2008 with the modern IndyCar series before it was done. The supercars use a shortened version of the circuit in 2009 and in 2010. And let's see. It's in a place called Surfer's Paradise. I've never heard of that track before. So let's go to the old trustworthy Google Maps here and see what the hell they say. Surfer's Paradise. Yes, that's what I want. So it's a city. Okay, so it's a street circuit. I get you now. Okay. So that's could be groovy. Another one is that, let me see here. Let me see. I'm reading this article real quick. Okay. Robert Wickens has released an update.
Okay.
He has... Hopefully I didn't just click on an ad.
I said, we gotta hear this.
He has bid farewell to a piece of medical equipment.
Okay.
On Tuesday.
Nice.
Nearly 3 weeks after he's announcing he's a paraplegic, which he could still walk again.
Yep.
Just the odds are in his favor, obviously.
Yep.
He has shown in an Instagram post, he has shown taking off his back brace.
Nice.
And throwing it away.
Nice.
So obviously that is showing that his spinal injury has healed or is healed to the point to where he doesn't need it anymore.
Okay, thank God for that.
So that is groovy.
It is.
He's still in a wheelchair.
Right.
But
still has yet to recover some more.
Yeah, obviously. So that is great news. That
is it ever? Oh, I love it.
So just because of that, you get a free dinger. So.
All right. Now, we will move on to
Fun facts. You're up, Ed.
Had
Actually, I have 2, so you can, if you have 2, you can use 2.
I have 1. I found a new fun fact website, and it's got 20 fun facts, but the first 13 are either obvious or I already said, so which leads me to fun fact number 14 on this list. In hockey, serving as a goaltender from 1925 to 1937, playing 484 games total in his career for the Pittsburgh Pirates, the New York Americans, and the Montreal Canadiens, the shortest player in the NHL history was Roy Wouters. Some guy back in the late 20s or mid 20s through mid 30s was his career. If you know hockey, then one of the shortest players in hockey, I believe is the shortest, Matt Zuccarello. Is it Zuccarello or Zibanejad? I believe it's Zuccarello.
Zibanejad, I think, is almost 6 foot.
I believe it's Zuccarello.
Hold on.
There is somebody.
Are you looking for current?
Yeah. Current shortest NHL player, I believe, is Zuccarello. There was this guy, Roy Wouters, who was shorter than him. And I will announce his height here in a second.
Nope, you're wrong.
Who's the shortest NHL player?
This says Nathan Gerbe.
Oh, great.
5'5".
There's somebody. This guy, Roy Wouters, is shorter than Nathan Gerbe. Nathan Gerbe's 5'5".
Yeah, Gerbe.
Yeah, Gerbe. Roy Wouters, when he played as a goaltender, he was 5'3".
Jeez.
Yeah, they called him Shorty.
Marty St. Louis was 5'8". And he actually went undrafted. And now he's going into the Hall of Fame. Boy,
Nice.
That's a steal for Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Guess who was the tallest to ever play in the NHL?
Zuccarello is 5'7".
Oh.
So,
I have to say
Zibanejad.
Yeah,
I think he's almost 6 foot. Yeah, he's not even on this list.
I have to say, you know who the tallest person to ever play in the NHL was, right?
Tallest is probably Chara.
Yep. Which
Shortest
means
player since 1990 is actually still Nathan Gerbe.
Oh, I was to say that Wouters guy was 5'3". And he was a goalie, so
yeah,
that's a total.
Zibanejad. I have no idea how to spell his name. Oh, thank God, Google's here.
Yep.
I was actually close. I just forgot an E.
Oh, nice.
He is. Take your guess. How tall is Zibanejad?
How tall is Zibanejad? Like
Mika Zibanejad.
5'7".
No, 6'2".
Oh, jeez.
You weren't even close. Not even the same ballpark.
Great. You're not even in the same room. Are you trying?
All right, here's my 2 fun facts. There are at Michigan International Speedway, which I did not know, there are 40 trams that are used to bring fans from the parking lots to the track.
No kidding.
And they were the same trams used at the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta.
Which is pretty good.
And David Pearson has the most cup pulls at MIS with...
I believe that is 7.
10.
Dang it.
So that is pretty cool. And parking is always free at MIS, and guests can bring in their own food and beverages.
Free parking, free food and beverages?
No, you can bring in your food and beverages, and not free.
Yeah, I know,
You
but
still gotta pay for them, but
well, that's a free dinger.
just not at the track. You can buy as much food at Meijer as you can buy 1 cheeseburger at the track. So, all right. Like I said, short and sweet and to the point for IndyCar and fun facts. So with that, we'll move on to the wonderful sport of the National Hockey League. All right, groovy. So, let's continue on with the scores going back to Monday. The Rangers beat the Canucks 2-1.
Sucks.
The Hurricanes beat the Blackhawks in OT 3-2. The Jackets beat the Stars 2-1, and the Ducks beat the Preds 2-1 in a shootout, so the Predators still got a point. So,
on Tuesday,
the Devils beat the dumpster fire homebred unflying ugly SOBs 4-2. The Islanders beat the Canucks 5-2. The Panthers beat the Flyers 2-1. The Buffalo Senators beat the Lightning 2-1. The Red Wings put a whooping on the Coyotes 6-1. The Capitals beat the Wild 5-2. Oilers Canadiens 6-2 over the Canadiens. Maple Leafs 5-1 over the Kings, and Sharks 5-4 over the Preds.
Jumbo Joe Thornton scores his 400th NHL goal and joins the club just a little bit. So then that means I get to read Wednesday. Oh, wait a minute.
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Saturday games. Who do we got? Saturday. Our very own Detroit Red Wings and the New Jersey Devils play at 1 p.m. Eastern. The Tampa Bay Lightning and the Broad Street Panthers at Wells Fargo Center at 1 p.m. Eastern, also known as the Philly Flyers. The Buffalo Senators and the Minnesota Wild at XL Energy Center, 6 p.m. Eastern. Les Canadiens de Montreal are in Vancouver at Rogers Place to play the Canucks at 7 p.m. Eastern. The other team in Pennsylvania are going to go up against the Ottawa Sabres, 7 p.m. Eastern in Canadian Tire Center. The Florida Panthers go over to New York to play the Rangers at Madison Square Garden at 7 p.m. Eastern. The Columbus Blue Jackets are in Carolina to play the Hurricanes at 7 p.m. Eastern. The Boston Beaches are in the desert to play the Dogs of the Coyotes, Arizona, 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh my gosh, come on, Coyotes. Oh jeez. This is going to be a total gong show. The LA Kings are in Smashville to play the Red Hot Smashville Predators at 8 p.m. Eastern. And speaking of Red Hot, the Battle of Alberta between the Edmonton Oilers in Calgary at Scotiabank Saddledome to play the Red Hot Calgary Flames. And the last game, the St. Louis Blues go to a road trip in California and head over to SAP Center to play the San Jose Sharks at 10:30 p.m. Eastern.
All
right, you got Sunday.
Yes, ma'am. Sunday. Monday by accident. Sunday, the Stars at the Islanders at 1 p.m. Devils at the Hurricanes at 5 p.m. Wild at the Blackhawks at 6 p.m. Avalanche Ducks 8 p.m. Knights Oilers 8 p.m. Free game.
Free dinger. On Monday, the Columbus Blue Jackets are in Toronto to play the Maple Laughs at 7 p.m. Eastern. Dallas Stars back-to-back games. They're in Madison Square Garden to play the Rangers, 7 p.m. Eastern. The Buffalo Senators are in the other team in Pennsylvania City at Dumpster Fire to play the other team in Pennsylvania at 7 p.m. Eastern. Washington Capitals are in Montreal to play the Canadiens at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. The Florida Panthers and the Ottawa Sabres are going to go at it in Canadian Tire Center, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. The Kings make a road trip to St. Louis to play the Blues at 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh my! The number 1 team in the NHL versus the number 2 team in the NHL. The Tampa Bay Lightning are in Smashville to play the Predators. My gosh. The number 1 team versus the number 2 team at 8 p.m. Eastern. And because that game is so good, the NHL decided to make it a free game, which means that is a free dinger. That is going to be a thing of beauty. After that, at 9 p.m. Eastern, the Vegas Golden Knights are at the Saddledome to play the Flames. And this game right here, the Battle of Canada, I would argue, is between the Winnipeg Jets are in Vancouver at Rogers Place to play the Canucks at 10 p.m. Eastern. Oh, is that going to be a game?
All right, Tuesday, just one game. Oilers at the Sharks at 10:30 p.m. Wednesday, Canadiens and the Devils at Prudential Center at 7 p.m. Battle of New York at Madison Square Garden at 7 p.m. The Stars are playing the other team in Pennsylvania at Dumpster Fire, 7 p.m. Free game, free dinger.
They decided to have it be a free game because the Stars are going to deliver a serious paddling to the other team in Pennsylvania.
My bad. Blackhawks Capitals 7 p.m. Maple Leafs Hurricanes 7 p.m. Flyers at the Buffalo Senators at 7:30 p.m. The Boston Beaches at the Red Wings 7:30 p.m. Panthers at the Lightning for the Battle of Florida at 7:30 p.m. Blues at the Predators at 8 p.m.
Battle of Central Division.
Ottawa Sabres at the Minnesota Wild at 8 p.m. The Golden Knights will raise a dust storm against the Desert Dogs at 9 p.m. The Canucks go against the Ducks at 10 p.m. The Jets and the Flames go against each other at Scotiabank Saddledome at 10 p.m. And the Avalanche play the Kings in Staples Center at 10:30 p.m. All right, we got to go flying back to Saturday for predictions.
Okay, we'll do that. Then I'll say my scores and predictions. Here we go. Saturday predictions.
Wings, Devils. Red Wings for me and Red Wings for me.
Red Wings for me and Devils for me.
All right, Lightning, Flyers. I'm going to do Lightning. If I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be Lightning.
My biased pick Flyers, truthful pick Lightning.
I'm gonna do the Sabres over the. The Buffalo Senators over the Wild.
I have the Wild over the Buffalo Senators because they're at home and also in a shootout.
I'm gonna do the Canucks over the Canadiens.
I also have that.
Obviously, the Ottawa Sabres over the Dumpster Fires.
I also have that. Craig Bluetooth records the shutout.
Ooh, Rangers, Panthers. That's gonna be a good game.
The Panthers are red hot right now. I have the Panthers.
I'm gonna do the Rangers because they're at home. Hurricanes, Jackets. I'm gonna do the Canes.
Go Jackets, go.
Desert Dogs over the Beaches.
I also have that. Antiranta records the shutout.
Preds over the Kings.
I also have that.
Oh, Battle of Alberta. Flames over the Oilers or Oilers over the Flames.
I have Oilers over the Flames. They're gonna put out the fire.
I'm gonna have Flames over Oilers then. And Blues Sharks. Sharks are going to feast on the Blues.
Go Blues, go.
The Blues are going to be singing the blues after they get feasted on by the Sharks.
Mm-hmm.
Stars, Isles. I'm going to go with the Stars.
Dang straight. I also have that. Go Stars, go.
Devils, Hurricanes. They both played the day before, so it won't matter. I'm going to do the Hurricanes.
I'm going to do the
Devils.
Devils.
They aren't traveling.
Go Devils, go.
Hawks, Wild.
I also have that.
Avalanche, Ducks.
I have the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. John Gibson records the shutout against their first line.
Biased and honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the Avalanche. And Knights, Oilers or Knights.
Ooh, that's going to be a really good game.
I know.
It's a free game. It's a free dinger. Yeah. Jeez. What do you do here?
I know. I'm going to do the Oilers just because of Connor McCheapers.
I also have that. Monday.
Jackets, Maple Laughs.
Go Maple Laughs, go.
Stars, Rangers. I believe I'm going to go with the Rangers because they're at home.
Go Stars, go.
Buffalo Senators over the Dumpster Fires, obviously.
I also have that. Carter Hutton records the shutout.
Canadiens versus the Capitals. I'm going to go with the Canadiens.
Go Canadians, go.
I'm going to do the Buffalo Sabres over the Panthers. The Ottawa Sabres over the Panthers.
I have the Panthers in overtime.
Kings Blues. I'm gonna go with the Kings winning on the road.
I'm gonna go with the Blues. They're at home.
Lightning.
What do you pick here? Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna go with the Preds because they're at home. If the Lightning were at home, I was gonna go with the Lightning. I'm gonna go with the Preds because they're at home.
I'm gonna go with the Predators in overtime.
I would buy that too. I'm gonna go with the Flames because they're at home, and I'm gonna go with the Jets over the Canucks.
Go Knights, go Canucks. That it?
Tuesday, Sharks Oilers. Gonna go with the Sharks.
Go Oilers, go.
Because Connor McCheapers is gonna be all burnt out from the day before. Wednesday, Devils Canadians.
Go Devils, go.
I'll buy that. Rangers, another battle of... Oh, wait, I already said this. Battle of New York. I'm going to go with the Rangers because they're at home.
I'm going to go with the Islanders. Go Isles, go.
Stars over the Pens, of course.
Go Stars, go. Anton Hudobin records the shutout, 33-0.
Blackhawks, Capitals. I'm going to go with the Capitals.
I'm also going to go with that.
I almost said the Black Capitals. I'm out. Laughs over the Canes.
I also have that.
Flyers, Buffalo Senators. That's a good game right there.
It is.
I'm gonna go with the Flyers.
Go Flyers, go.
Red Wings over the Beaches.
I also have that.
As my biased. I'm gonna still do it because Detroit's on a tear right now.
They've won 6 out of their last 7, right?
7 out of their last 8.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's right.
Or maybe 6 out of 7. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe they've gotten points out of the 7 out of their last.
Yeah.
8. I don't know.
I have the Tampa Bay Lightning
over the Panthers, of course. Predators over the Blues.
Go Blues, go.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I wish.
Wild over the Ottawa Sabres.
I also have that. My biased is the Blues. My truthful is the Preds. Yeah, you can't stop the Preds.
No.
God.
I'm gonna do the Yotes over the Knights.
I also have that, even though I want the Knights to win.
Ducks over the Canucks.
Go Ducks, go.
Flam.
What do you do? Ooh, what do you do here?
Jets over the Flames.
I also have that. They're gonna put out the fire.
And Avalanche over the Kings.
I also have that.
Time for a dethroning. What just happened?
No, I don't know.
All right, we're gonna hop over to do a quick recap on fantasy,
and then we'll get to my scores.
Oh yeah, you do your scores first. Sorry, I always forget that.
Here we go. We have scores to talk about. First is the Toledo Walleye, and then second is the Griffins. Because we talk about these scores today because the Toledo Walleye had a game yesterday against the Wheeling Nailers. It was their school game at 10:45 in the morning, Tuesday morning. Gosh. Hold on. Let's see here. That was the score. That's right. The Toledo Walleye played the Wheeling Nailers. It was coming down to the wire in the third period. The Toledo Walleye got 2, and the Wheeling Nailers got 1. They hung on just barely at West Banco Arena in Wheeling, and it was a thing of beauty because they increased their win streak to 9 games in a row. They're tearing it up. They're red hot in the pond. Now with the Grand Rapids Griffins, they had their game just today. Had a buddy go to the game this morning. For the Griffins game, it was their school game. Let me see here. In the first period, Philip Zanita, he gets 1 for the Griffins. Second period, one of the guys got 1, tied it up. And then Philip Zadina, he got another one, made it 2-1. There was a fight going down. And then Patrick Rybar, he did great. He stood on his head. He made 29 saves. And I believe Turner Elson was in a fight. And then I can't remember who got the empty net goal. And the Grand Rapids Griffins hang on to beat the Rockford Ice Hogs at Van Andel 3-1. Thank God. The record is now 7-6-1. And so their win percentage is above 500, and that'll do it. Now we can go to fantasy.
All right, fantasy. I am a half a point ahead of Mister's
my
bot team over there.
Razum Frazum.
Half a point, and I've got, as of the recording of this, I have 5 games on this Wednesday. You are kicking my bot's butt by, like, what'd you say, 10?
11. 11 points, exactly. Look out, Larry.
So, but things can always change.
Yep.
Like last week at this time, you were ahead of me, but then I came back and just totally wrecked you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, wrecked the field too, Recky Stenhouse. So, let's go to
into the news.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I remember this. Carl Hagelin.
Yep.
Was traded to the Kings by you-know-who.
The other team in Pennsylvania.
Acquired Tanner Pearson from the LA Kings.
Really?
Oh, boy. That's a big trade, especially this early in the season.
Yeah.
Hagelin is a 30-year-old forward, has 3 points, 1 goal, 2 assists in 16 games this season. Yep, he is a sucky player. Mm-hmm. He had 31 points, 10 goals, 21 assists in 81 games last year. Third liner. He was acquired by that team in a trade with the Ducks on January 16, 2016, before winning the Cup twice with that one team. Pearson is a 26-year-old forward who has 1 assist in 17 games this season. He had 40 points, 15 goals, 25 assists in 82 games last year. So they are similar, but they're not. So we'll have to see. Who do you think got better out in this deal?
For me, I don't want to say it, but the other team in Pennsylvania.
They think they did better with Tanner Pearson?
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Anyway, on to other news.
The GM of the Golden Knights says the Golden Knights can play better. Vegas is regressing in all areas after reaching the Cup final in an inaugural season. I agree to that. Obviously, Thornton joins the NHL elite with Sharks win. 400 goals and 1,000 assists.
Hot dang.
11th player to do so.
Dishmaster.
Let me see. Keep scrolling.
Hot dang. For the Desert Dogs, elite.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I would not want to be a goalie for the Kings right now.
What?
Quick is a few weeks away from returning to the Kings. He had to have surgery for also a torn meniscus in his knee.
Oh, jeez.
Well, Campbell is out for a torn meniscus in his knee.
Yeah.
So, goalies, good thing I dropped Quick from my fantasy.
That'll teach him. As I was going to say, for the Desert Dogs in Arizona, elite prospect that was a draft pick not too long ago, Jacob Chychrun, signs a 6-year contract with the Desert Dogs.
Who does?
Jacob Chychrun.
I'm actually just above that one.
Just above?
Here Chychrun signs 6-year contract. As you know, Willie Nee not re-signed yet. What the hell? Silly guy. I'm gonna read that later. Okay, I can't find much more. Then.
Do we ever have a good on this day?
Yeah, we do. I'm not finding.
Cindy Crybaby of the other team in Pennsylvania may be out for the other team in Pennsylvania against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Oh, good. The Tampa Bay Lightning can thunderstrike the other team in Pennsylvania. That was pretty good.
Okay, I am almost through the news section on the NHL, and I don't have a lot. Yep, I'm right back to Campbell out 4 to 6 weeks. So I've gone through the entire news story.
And there's not a dang thing.
Oh, Lundqvist is actually moves into a tie for 7th on the wins list as the Rangers top the Canucks. He gets his 437th NHL victory.
That's right.
New York is 7-0-1 the past 7 games. So New York's got it figured out like Detroit now.
Yeah, and the Red Wings, our very own, have won 4 in a row.
So after a month into the season, I have the bright idea of let's just run through the standings real quick.
Yeah, Stanley Cup, here we come. No, they're supposed to be tanking for Jack Hughes.
Do you want to go through the league or wild card?
League. Yeah.
Okay. First is Nashville with 27 points. Tampa Bay is second with 25. Toronto and Minnesota are tied for third at 24th. At 24 points. San Jose is fifth at 23. Boston, Columbus, Buffalo, and Vancouver all have 22 points, tied for sixth. Winnipeg, Calgary, and Montreal are all tied for 10th at 21 points. Islanders, the Dallas Stars, and the New York Rangers are all tied for 13th at 20 points. Colorado, Washington, Edmonton, Philadelphia, Carolina, and Anaheim are all tied for 16th at 19 points. Detroit is all by their lonesome at 18 points in the 22nd position. So far, you got 2 dingers off this one.
Hey.
Florida, the other team, Pennsylvania. Detroit's ahead of that. Holy crap! Quick, buy a lottery ticket. The Desert Dogs and the Ottawa Sabres are all tied for 23rd with 17 points. The Chicago Blackhawks are all by their lonesome on their reservation at 16 points in 27th. The Blues, Devils, and the Knights are all tied for 28th at 15 points. And the Los Angeles Kings really suck major, you know what, in the last place at 11. So, wild card as of right now for the Eastern Division. Buffalo and Montreal are in the wild card. Metro, guess who are in the top 3 in the Metro?
Top 3 in the Metro?
Yes.
No, that would be... Who's the top 3 in the Metro? Oh, crap, I don't know. I wasn't listening.
I didn't tell you yet.
Top 3 is... Or the Metro is a wacky division. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know.
You never know who's on top. I don't know.
Columbus, Isles, Rangers.
Wow.
Atlantic. Take a guess who's on top in the Atlantic.
Oh, jeez. Tampa.
Yeah.
Then Toronto.
Yep.
Then Boston.
Nice. Perfect.
You know what that means.
Western. Central go. Central for top 1's easy.
Who's at the top of the Central?
Come on.
Smashville.
Duh.
Minnesota.
Nice.
Winnipeg.
Nice.
Hey.
Pacific.
Hey. Who's at the top for the Pacific? That would be... First is Vancouver.
I'll give it to you. They're second.
Yes. You know... This game...
But they're in the top 3.
Yeah.
If the playoffs were to start today, they're in the top 3.
Nice.
Anyways, okay, the other 2?
Other 2 would be... Who's the other 2? Let's go Oilers. Are Oilers 3rd?
No.
Mofo.
But you're close.
Calgary.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, who's actually first in the division?
Who's first in the Western, in the Pacific Division right now? Is it San Jose?
There you go.
Okay.
Wild card. 2 wild cards. Take a guess.
Who's got the wild card?
In the Western Conference, who has the 2 wild card spots?
The Western Conference. Let me guess. The Dallas Stars and the Anaheim Ducks.
Close. Very close. You got Dallas right, because they're at 20 points. They're the only team in the Western at 20. The Avalanche are actually the other wild card, but they're at 19 points. So is Edmonton, and so is Anaheim.
Oh, mofo.
But Colorado is just ahead because they've played less games.
Yeah.
They've played 17. Edmonton's played 18, and Anaheim's played 19.
19.
So that's why.
You know.
So.
With that.
So, let's do this one. I'm gonna throw you off guard on this one, so I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Let me look.
For trivia.
Not trivia.
Oh, because I have my trivia question.
Well,
Trust me, I got a good trivia question.
Well, we're gonna do our proposed rule changes in the NHL.
Oh, that's right. I didn't think of one. Crap, I don't have one.
Here, I'll go first and you think of one then.
Think of one? Oh, sheep.
So, my proposed rule change in the NHL, this will always be the NHL.
And then send it down to all the lower leagues.
Right. No, not necessarily. Just propose rules change in the NHL. My proposed rule change in the NHL is to get rid of the trapezoid behind the net.
Oh, yep, that's right.
To get rid of the trapezoid behind the net. I don't quite understand what the point of the trap was. I understand for its point. I mean, it's goalies can only play the puck within the trapezoid.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why the rule was put in place. My only guess would be to prevent collisions between players and goalies. But, I mean, this rule was put into place in... Why didn't you just tell me the freaking trapezoid rule? In 2005, 2006. So, I mean... Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
So I would propose getting rid of that rule. I think it would allow goalies to do a little bit more, especially on power plays. In case the puck's in the corner, they could go over there and or do whatever. Or in overtime, if the other team dumps the puck, it's in the corner behind the goal line, the goalie could go and play it and launch up to one of his players.
Yep.
I think that would make overtime a little bit better.
Yep.
So let me see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the Wikipedia doesn't tell me the point of. Okay, yeah, it says the rule is widely referred as the Brodeur rule because after New Jersey Devils player Martin Brodeur, whose puck handling behind the net is believed to be the cause of the rule. But why I don't understand why the rule is in place. So I don't know. You're up, Skip.
I ain't got none.
You ain't got a rule. Think of when you watch hockey. Just ask yourself, why is this rule in place?
Let's see here. I have absolutely no clue.
Because I already have one for next week when we talk about this.
Oh, great. I ain't got nothing. I can't think of anything. I'm just going to have to do my trivia question or something.
Oh. I guess we agree with that rule then.
Yep.
I don't understand why the trapezoid is in place. They should just get rid of the trapezoid and be prepared next week.
All right.
I said on Monday that we were doing this.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, all right, on this day in NHL history, November 14th, Brett Hogg is the 53rd player in the NHL to reach the 1,000 point mark when he scores 2 goals and has an assist to help the visiting Dallas Stars beat the Boston Beaches 3-1. He also becomes part of the first father-son tandem to score 1,000 points in the league. Bobby Hull had 610 goals and 1,170 points in 1,063 NHL games before retiring in 1980. Brett Hull ends his career in 2005 with 1,391 points, 741 goals, and 650 assists. Obviously, he had that bomb of a shot. And that was in 1998. In 1936, defenseman King Clancy of the Toronto Maple Leafs scores his 137th and final goal of his NHL career. And the future Hall of Famer retires 1 week later. In 1957, Ted Lindsay of the Blackhawks scores the 325th goal of his NHL career during a 5-2 loss to the Boston Beaches. Only Maurice Richard of the Montreal Canadiens and longtime line mate Gordie Howe of the Red Wings are ahead of Lindsay. He was the 3rd NHL goal scorer in league history at the time, obviously. 1971, Bruins goaltender Gary Cheevers begins an NHL record 32-game unbeaten streak, 24-0 with 8 ties, and with an 11-2 victory against the Kings at Boston Garden.
Hot dang.
Jeez.
That's a paddling.
Yeah. In 1979, the Capitals named 26-year-old Gary Green as their new coach, replacing Dan Belisle. He becomes the youngest coach in NHL history. It does not tell me his name. In 2001, Patrick Waugh becomes the first goaltender in league history to earn 200 victories with 2 different teams, the Canadiens and the Avalanche, when he makes 26 saves in the Colorado's 1-0 victory against the visiting Minnesota Wild. It is also Waugh's 54th NHL shutout, and he finishes with his career with 551 victories, 289 with Montreal, and 262 with Colorado. Tim Jackman of the Islanders in 2009 scores the fastest goal in NHL history by a player celebrating his birthday. Jackman playing on his 28th birthday scores 16 seconds into a 5-4 shootout loss to the Florida Panthers. And your down home Dallas Stars in 2013. Jamie Benn has 6 points to help the Stars defeat the Flames 7-3 at Scotiabank Saddledome. Ben has 1 goal and 5 assists, including one of each of the 4 goals scored by line mate Tyler Sagan.
He put out the flames. He put out the fire pretty good.
So that's on this day. Now we move on to
trivia.
All right, you go first.
All right, I have not one but 2 trivia questions.
Oh, geez.
One won't take long at all, but the other one. Okay, I'll do the big one first.
Wayne Gretzky.
That's it. No, but it is about hockey as always.
Figures.
Always something about hockey, and my trivia question of the day is, before the Hartford Whalers moved to Carolina to be the Hurricanes, what was the name of the arena that the Hartford Whalers played at?
Gee, you expect me to know this?
No, but I heard of it not too long ago. About a month and a half ago or something like that, I heard of it. A couple months ago, I think it was.
I don't know. Give me some hints.
Starts with the letter P.
P?
Yeah. You got 2.5 minutes. Now, the name of this arena. Take the first part of Colorado's arena name and the second part of the other rink that the New York Islanders play at and put them together. That would be
the other rink. So I'm guessing by other you mean the Nassau Coliseum?
Yeah.
The Pep Coliseum?
Yep.
The Pez Coliseum?
Nope.
The Pep Coliseum then? Is that what?
No. Close. You're missing 2 letters.
The Pepsi Coliseum?
There you go.
That was the Hartford Whalers?
That was the name of the Hartford Whalers arena that they played at. They played at Pepsi Coliseum.
Mm.
Now.
Hold on. All right. Hold on. I'm going to look something up myself.
All right. It's okay. I'll just wait.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, because the Quebec Nordiques, if you say it in the English way, also played at the Pepsi Coliseum.
No kidding.
Yeah, they play at the, if you say it French, it's Colosse Pepsi.
Oh, I got them mixed up. It was supposed to be the Nordiques. I meant to say the Nordiques, not the Hartford Whalers.
You silly numbnuts.
Oops.
That's why I was like, I don't think the Hartford Whalers played at the Pepsi Center, or Pepsi Coliseum.
I meant to say Quebec Nordiques.
The Hartford Whalers played at the Matthews Arena, Boston Garden, Big E Coliseum, Mass Mutual Center, the XL Center.
Yep.
I don't know.
As I say, I meant to say Quebec Nordiques. Anyway, that's where they play. And for my second question, it's also pretty useless now. But my second question was, what did the Hartford Whalers goal horn sound like?
It was a siren.
Huh?
The Hartford Whalers?
Yeah, the Hartford Whalers goal horn sounded like. It sounds like a current team in the NHL's goal horn.
The Hurricanes. They took it from Hartford down to the Hurricanes. Last I knew they did.
That is incorrect.
Sounds as a current team?
Yeah, current NHL team.
Well, you're not good with sounds here, so...
Oh, well, their goal horn sounds like this.
That's Dallas.
There you go.
Yeah, it did?
That was the Hartford Whalers goal horn. Back in the day. Was Dallas. Sounds like this. What?
This video I just looked up is the goal horn of the Carolina Hurricanes. And it says Hartford Whalers goal horn.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently I found out that their goal horn was like
2009, first Stanley Cup. 2018.
Wherever you're getting your facts, they're incorrect.
Oh, great.
I don't know. Where did you get that one from?
Internet.
What internet website?
Hold on. www.funtrivia.com/en/sports/NHL.
Hold on, slow down. www.funtrivia.com
/ lowercase en / capital S, then spell out sports. Not or one S, right?
You said sports, so
Okay.
sport.
/ NHL in capitals -- capital C, spell out challenge -- 15799 _ 12.html.
Right there.
Now scroll down to the bottom, and it's number 293.
What other team's NHL horn did the Hartford Whalers horn sound like? It's exactly the same except for how long they were played. That is incorrect.
Well, this site's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let's listen to the Quebec Nordiques horn.
It's just a siren.
It is?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. This video is 44 seconds long, and I stopped it at 22. That's pretty good. Yeah, you're right. It is a siren. That's different. Man, that is really different. That is an old goal horn if I've ever heard of that. That's for sure.
So,
okay, this site's stupid.
it's
I'll still use it anyway.
It's incorrect.
Yeah.
So,
With that,
well, all right. My question is, who is the last NASCAR driver to win 4 races in a row?
oh jeez.
The last
The
NASCAR
last?
driver to win 4 races in a row.
I'm gonna guess. I got my first guess. I get the buzzers ready. I'm gonna guess Jimmy Johansson.
Damn, you're good.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, smart one.
All right,
How many
Ed.
drivers have won 4 races in a row since 1999?
I'm gonna go with 3.
I gotta check it real quick. Incorrect.
Mofo. 2.
That's
Okay.
for 2. As incorrect.
4.
5.
Mother F.
5
man.
drivers.
You know.
5 times since 1991. Obviously, the most recent is 7-time.
Champion.
In what year? Give me the year. Give me the year. Give me the year. Give me the year.
That Jimmy Johansson won 4 in a row?
Yes.
What year?
What year?
Let's go with 2009?
That is incorrect.
Mother.
2007 is the right answer.
Mother F, man.
So with that, we will finish up with some NASCAR. Alright, in the wonderful news in NASCAR, well, not so wonderful, there is a pit crew change for Harvick at Homestead, and NASCAR will allow suspended crew chief Rodney Childress to join in a championship celebration at Homestead if Kevin Harvick wins the championship. A suspension typically forbids that person from going anywhere. A person would need a credential, but if you win, why would they be like, no, you can't go and celebrate, you suck, can't be here? That would be like, no, let me in, damn it. So... First, there are 39 teams entered for the final NASCAR race of the 2018 season. First practice is on Friday, November 16th from 1 to 2:20 p.m. on NBCSN. Qualifying at 6:10 p.m. also on Friday on NBCSN. Second practice is from 11:30 a.m. to 12:25 p.m. on NBCSN. And final practice is from 2 to 2:50 p.m. also on NBCSN. Sonoma Raceway, Sears Point Raceway, whatever you want to call it. The Speedway Children's Charity event will be held on January 12th, and you can drive your own car at Sonoma Raceway.
Nice.
So that would be pretty cool, pretty groovy. Let's see if this is updated at all. Nope, it has a newt. So, where was the last thing I want to look? So, next year, obviously NASCAR has their screwy new aerodynamics, pack racing, aero package, whatever the hell you want to call it, thing next year. For about half the season, I think 17 out of 36 races. So just under half, points race-wise. Goodyear, because when you pack race, you tend to do a little bit different tire combination or type of tire.
Yep.
So when you're at somewhere like Atlanta, you have a very hard tire. I think. Yes, you would have a very hard tire. Because Atlanta's fast.
Yep.
And if you have a soft tire, you'll chew up tires because Atlanta chews up tires.
Big time.
I mean, you get new tires, 3 laps later, you'll be running a second slower already.
Yeah.
So, you run very hard tires at Atlanta. I mean, if they repave Atlanta, they'll go to soft, much softer tires.
Yeah.
Because you'll get more grip out of them, so you'll be able to haul a lot more. So that's why whenever you get a repave, it's not necessarily that the track is suddenly faster. It's because the tires are different, so they're allowing the cars to drive faster. That's why Michigan went before repave in 2012, or 2012 or 2014.
Somewhere around there.
It was a fast track, but it's not nearly as fast as what it is now. So, or what it was, because now it's going to be a little bit slower. So with pack racing, you can do a little bit softer tire because you're not going as fast, so you can have a little bit more grip.
Yep.
Because the faster you go, the harder your tire needs to be, so because the higher the speeds.
Yep.
That's why most commercial cars for most commercial tires, they are rated for, like on my car, my tires are rated for I think either 112 or 117.
Okay.
So and yours are probably rated for 112 or 117. It's just what most car tires for consumers are rated at.
Something like that.
So, on Monday, get your tissues. Get your tissues ready, peoples. On Monday, the Wood Brothers Racing Team confirmed to ESPN that David Pearson, a 3-time championship in what is now the Cup Series, died at the age of 83 years old.
I heard last night, yep.
Pearson won 105 Cup races, second only to Mr. Petty. Between 63 and 77, the two finished first and second in 63 races.
Hot dang.
And Pearson winning 33 of them. Winning more than half of them.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Pearson and Petty remained close friends after the racing days ended. Known as the Silver Fox for his penchant of lying in wait while others used up their cars by charging to the lead early in races, Pearson often seemingly came out of nowhere to take the lead in the race's waning laps. Meaning, when you're in a racing, especially if you're like at a Saturday night show where they don't have pit stops, you know, they pretty much, they qualify on tires and they pretty much run the race on a set of scuffs. You don't want to be balls to the wall at the beginning of a race because you'll use up your, as we like to call it, you'll use up your so that's
big.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yep.
So, because by the end of the race, you'll be running a little bit, if you compare somebody at the end of the race to the beginning of the race, you have somebody that uses up their crap at the beginning of a race, and you have somebody that kind of sandbags a little bit, you know? They're maybe a tenth or so slower, maybe 2/10 slower, quarter of a second slower, than the person who's going, you gotta go balls to the wall in the corner. They will tear up their tires a lot more than the person who's in second, following them off by 2/10 of a lap.
Yep.
Then there'll be a point where they're about the same, and then this person who hasn't changed their driving style will close in on the person who has changed their driving style because they've used up their tires. That's why whenever you see a person in NASCAR run down somebody, like say Chase Elliott ran down
the shrub
or something at Michigan or something like that, or Atlanta. Go with Atlanta because Atlanta's a tire track.
Fast and it chews up tires.
Yep. Say he runs him down at Atlanta. Okay, from a second back, he runs him down, right? But then he won't be able to pass him because he doesn't have the tires to get around him. So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll sit and wait behind him for about 10 laps until their tires are a little bit more even, and then he'll use up his crap again and try and get around him.
Yep.
So that's what will happen. Then obviously if the shrub tries to do that, if the shrub tries to block him, he'll start using up his stuff too because he'll be driving a little bit harder.
Yep.
But ironically, the harder they drive, the slower they go.
Yeah.
Because whenever two guys drive side by side, they always go slower.
Yeah.
Because you can't get into the gas as hard.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's just great.
So let me see here. Obviously, Petty won 200 Cup races to Pearson's 105. His Pearson's accomplishments are remarkable in that he won the championship the only 3 times he ran for it. During his years driving for the Wood Brothers, the team focused only on the bigger races, leaving him out of the championship contention. My dad, who obviously he started watching NASCAR. He got into NASCAR in the mid '80s, so obviously way after Pearson was done racing.
Yeah.
So obviously the King has 200 races. Pearson has 105. Richard Petty, I think, ran. He did. I think. What did we say? 35 years, 35 seasons,
something like that. 36, maybe
somewhere in there. Mid 30s.
Yeah.
It was a long time. He ran about mid 30 seasons. Richard Petty did. I would say probably 30 of those seasons he ran a full season, if not more, if not all 36. He ran a full season, so he had a chance for championship. Pretty much, if you missed back then when they had the old points format, if you missed a race, you were done. You were screwed.
Yeah.
Because that was a lot of points you were losing.
Yep.
So Pearson didn't always run because they couldn't necessarily afford it. So the Wood Brothers only ran the bigger races, like your Daytona 500, your Coca-Cola 600, the World 600 or whatever it's called back then. The Southern 500, that's a big one.
Yep.
To which also Pearson won that time at Darlington 10 times. So, they ran more marquee events. And this was also back when NASCAR had almost 50 races, 50 plus races a year. So, considering the few times, he only ran a full season 3 times. And he won the championship those 3 times he ran full seasons. My father said, very wise and very full of useless knowledge, he said that he believes that Pearson was a better driver than Richard Petty.
Well, I'll be dang.
Because out of the 3 times Pearson did run for the championship, he won them all 3 times. And he has 105 wins over... How many seasons did it say he ran? He ran from the 60s to the 70s... Pretty much from the 60s to 70s, I think it is. Maybe even 50s to 70s. So, he ran for 10, probably almost 20 years, if not more. And he only ran for the championship 3 times. Okay, he has 105 wins over those 20 years. But he only ran a full schedule 3 times. I mean...
Yep.
I mean, if Pearson would have ran full schedules every year, I bet he has 7 championships, if not more. Petty maybe doesn't have 7 championships. Maybe he does. And I bet Pearson has just as many or more wins than Richard Petty.
Yep.
I would put money on that. But since he...
$50.
Since he didn't, we'll never know. We'd never know. So,
Yep, that's the thing.
So that's my thought. And I would have to agree. With the 105 wins and only running full seasons 3 times, man, that is kicking ass. So... Let me see here. I think that's all I've got. Yeah, so let me check my other news page. I like how NASCAR says a thing. It says, why Kyle Busch will win the 2018 Monster Energy Series title. Well, we know that race is going to be rigged.
Yep.
It shows a picture of Martin Truex Jr.
That's good. That's good. That's who we need to win.
Nice job, guys. Nice job.
Russians.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So... Harrison Burton to compete full-time in the Truck Series in 2019.
Nice. That's Ward Burton's son, right?
No, Jeff Burton's.
Oh, no kidding.
So...
Gotta love the Burton brothers. I love them guys.
Alright. So with that, we'll move on to who had that wonderful number. Time for the little craptastic intro that I'm still too damn lazy to do. Alright, you go first there, Ed.
Alright, here we go. Now, always something about hockey. And as of lately, it's been about goaltenders. I continue that goaltending, who had that number today. And not with one of my favorite teams. So, the key number today for goaltending is 35. 35 is a key number. Who had the number 35 for the Tampa Bay Lightning in the 2002-2003 season?
Goaltenders, correct?
Goaltender.
Number 35, Jimmy Howard.
No.
35.
Oh!
Wrong team, wrong year, you numbnut.
Oh.
No kidding. So, Tampa Bay, number 35, goaltender.
2002-2003 season. Born January 13, 1973, age 45, born in Soviet Russia. 6'1", 208 pounds. Catches with his left hand. National team is Russia. He was drafted 204th overall, deep in the pack, in 1992 by the Winnipeg Jets, the original. His playing career was from 1994 to 2014. Let's see here. Played for some Russian leagues in the early 90s. In the 1994-1995 season, he played for the Winnipeg Jets in his first NHL season right there. And then he also played in the minors for the Winnipeg Jets. Their minor team back in the day was the Springfield Falcons.
Savannah Moose.
Yep. He played with the Winnipeg Jets from 94 to 96, and in the 96-97 season, he was traded to the Desert Dogs. Played with them from 96 to 99, and in the 99-2000 season, he played for some other team. In the 2000-2001 season, went to the Tampa Bay Lightning, played with them from there. Played for some Russian team during the lockout. In 2005, was traded to the Chicago Blackhawks. Played with them for 4 years. Oh, yeah, so get this. Played with Tampa Bay for 4 years. Traded. Played for the Chicago Blackhawks. 4 years. Traded to the Edmonton Oilers. For guess how long?
5 years.
No! It was 4 years for the Oilers from 2009 to 2013. In the 2013-2014 season, he was traded back to the Chicago Blackhawks, only played 4 games, and retired after that season. 50 seconds left. His initials is NK for goaltender.
NK?
NK. He's played 799 games, 1 short. 333 wins. 334 losses.
He better play another game to get a win and get 834, 33, 334.
Yeah, time to come out of retirement. Ties/overtime losses is 96. 45,607 minutes. His shootouts, the total number of shootouts he's had is 46. Total career shootouts. Time is up, but I'll tell you more. His career goals against average, 2.72. His career save percentage, .907. In the playoffs, save percentage average, .917. And goals against average in the playoffs is 2.4.
NK.
Yeah, is his initials.
I don't know.
The answer for this, who had that number of the day, is Nikolai Habibulin.
Oh, that was Habibulin?
Yeah, it was Habibulin.
I only know him for really playing for Edmonton.
I only know him playing for Tampa Bay. I knew he played for Edmonton. I knew that, and I also knew him for that, but I mostly knew him for Tampa. But that'll do it for my Who Had That Number.
All right, by Who Had That Number. Who drove the number 5 in the 2008 NASCAR Cup Series season?
Mark Martin.
The number 5.
Mark Martin.
You were pretty quick, and you are pretty wrong.
Mother F, man. The number 5?
The number 5.
Was it Kyle Busch?
You were pretty quick, and you are pretty wrong.
My last guess, is it Casey Kahan?
You were pretty quick, and you are pretty wrong.
You gotta be shipping me.
Nope. The guy who drove the number 5 in the 2008 Cup Series was Mr. Casey Schmears.
Oh, mother. Gosh dang it. You know, Razum Frazza, this thing sucks.
That's what we call him, Casey Schmears, because he always smears the wall.
Yeah.
I was gonna do who drove the number 13 in the 2011 season, but I was like, it's too
Casey
easy.
Smears.
Casey Smears. I was like, I'll do the number 5.
Crap.
Man, you rattle him off, dude. Casey Kahan didn't even come into the Cup Series, I think, until 2008. And he drove the Dodge Charger number 9 for the longest time.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
no, he was actually
right.
Casey Kahan was in 2004, at least 2004, because he beat Ken Sith at Rockingham for the final race there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kahan didn't go into the number 5 until 2011. Quick, take your guesses. What do you think?
I believe that was 2010. My guess is 2010.
You're saying 10, I'll say 11.
All right, come on.
Yep, 2004 was his first racing year.
Okay. Is it 2010 or 2011? And the answer is
2012. 2011, he drove for Red Bull Racing.
Oh, that's right. I remember that car. Gosh, dang it. You know.
So.
Crap. I remember that Red Bull paint scheme.
So, I was closer.
Phrasm.
He has currently 18 wins. He has only 18 wins in the Cup Series. So kind of like that. What have you done for me lately? In 529 races over 15 years.
He has 18 wins. That's it.
Mm-hmm. What if I told you he has more wins than poles?
Is what I would say.
Well, that's false. So.
Oh, well then.
So, okay. I think that's all we have for today. So, yeah, if you enjoyed the show, please leave a like down below. If you'd like to help us make the show better for you guys, please support us on Patreon and subscribe. If you want to contact the show, ihnshow@gmail.com. Both the Patreon address, web address, and the show contact email will be on the outro screen. If you want to start a conversation in the comments, maybe give this kid some ideas for rule changes in the NHL.
Oh, please do.
Please do that in the comments. We'd love that. So, white flags in the air. You got anything to add there, Skippy?
I do have something to say this time.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I do
All
have
right,
something.
It's White Flags in the Air, sponsored by Credit One. But no, I'm just kidding.
You know how
No, I don't know. Tell me.
the Quebec, the Quebec City Nordiques,
What?
or the Quebec Nordiques, they played in a Coliseum, and I like how you like NASCAR and saying Bojangles. Bojangles Coliseum is home to the Charlotte Checkers. That's where they play.
I know that.
Charlotte Checkers, they play at Bojangles Coliseum.
It's the Bojangles Southern 500. Every time I see Bojangles, I always say, it's the Bojangles Southern 500.
And that is all I have to say for this white flag.
So that's a pretty good white flag. All right, check your flags in the air.
Was.